Hello and welcome. You are on to a chat to the professional, the show that has been designed to x-ray the activities of professional individuals and corporate bodies. As usual, I am Martin Tubu and I'm sure glad to be with you. For a long time now, I have so much talked about the fallen standard of education in Nigeria. Even at the risk of being labeled anti-entertainment person, I am glad that we have received some tremendous support from our colleagues in the entertainment industry, who of course are in agreement with us that unless the Nigerian economy performs better, even the entertainment industry cannot do well. For us, we might be thinking that the Nigerian entertainment industry is doing well, but I can assure you that no way, we are not. The economy has to thrive, and the spend on entertainment will therefore increase. It's only when people are economically empowered that they can go to cinemas and watch movies, and that's the only time they can walk into the football pitches paying gate fee to walk in and watch a live match. So today on A Chat to the Professional, taking a cue from what we did last week, where we interviewed a couple of Nigerian professionals practicing abroad, as well as some foreigners who talked to us about how resourceful Nigerian professionals indeed are, especially those of them who are practicing abroad, and what could be done to remedy the situation. Nigeria, of course, you know, in the past was regarded as one of the very best when you talk about educational development in the entire continent of Africa. But today, things seem to be taking, the negative shape. And that's why today on A Chat to the Professional, we shall be showing you some of the inventions of the very young Nigerian minds who are coming from secondary schools from across the country in an event packaged by a television network in Nigeria, the NTA, to showcase the intelligence that abound across the country in Nigerian young ones, to encourage more investment from both the government and the private sector in the area of educational development, especially in the areas of research. We are hoping that after watching these young lads today, you will be touched to pick up one of them or any of the schools to sponsor or to contribute or encourage whatever invention that you are going to be seeing today. There are so very many of them, but we shall be taking just very few. You'll be amazed that the entire exhibition has been put together by under 18 secondary school children. I'm sure you'll be amazed. Therefore, sit back now as we present some of these inventions. We shall be talking to a couple of them, and thereafter we'll come back to talk to some of the organizers. Please stay.
Chats with a professional. Oh, 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 oh. A chats with a professional. When smiles is all wood. A chats with a professional. Oh, 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 oh. A chats with a professional. When smiles is all wood. A chats with a professional will make you know more about the society. Chats with a professional will make you know what you don't know. Oh yeah, just relax and watch, and you'll never regret that you did. Oh yeah, a chats with a professional. Oh 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 oh, a chats with a professional. When smiles is all wood. A chats with a professional. Oh 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 oh. A chats with a professional. When smiles is all wood. A chats with a professional. Oh 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 oh. A chats with a professional. When smiles is all wood. A chats with a professional. Oh 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 oh. A chats with a professional.
power grantor. It's a system that accepts about 4 alternative power inputs, which namely are the solar, then the accumulator, which is the battery. They have the ability to convert the DC of the battery into an AC, and thereby giving the output of an AC form. Then, as I said, it's a hybrid. It's also combine the NEPA. They accept the inputs as NEPA good power supply, and also the generator. They accept all of them. And this system has the power of selectivity. Selecting any of them that is available, and the one that is available. And I said that it's a guarantor. It guarantees an output, a steady output voltage output there. That the currents that come out from the output unit is always steady, and it guarantees an output steady because the power of selectivity checks in the 4 alternative power supply. That is namely the solar, the accumulator, which is the inverter, now helping the accumulator to convert it from DC to AC. Then, after all these things have failed, the PXCN or the generator or the solar have failed, it will now convert the charge stored inside the battery into an AC, and thereby you can now use it for your appliances. You have the incubator, you can socket your incubator into it. You can power the incubator, and here also is the automated irrigator. You get its source of power from this unit. This is the powerhouse for it. So for the incubator, for the automated irrigator, it has a circuit that controls the water content of the soil. It monitors the water content of the soil. When the water content of the soil is few or is low or there's no water there, it will trigger on the pump. The pump will start pumping the water into the soil. And the water is pumping, it's monitoring the water inside the soil. Once the water is enough you can set it, the water inside the soil, you can value it to know the amount of water needed there. You want to get to the amount needed to switch off the pump automatically. That is in there. So it's automated circuit. It works on its own. And irrigation, that another circuit that accompany with it is a licensed circuit which monitors the testing of the sun, which makes it possible for irrigation to take night only at night or early in the morning, because irrigating in the daytime is not good for crops because the heat is up the water inside the soil, and that will not help the crop because it will wither them up or hit the crops up and they will die. So the inclusion of the licensing switch that makes it possible for irrigation to take place at night or early in the morning. And here also is an emergency battery light system. It's an automated circuit that it operates like this. The automated circuit, when the power failure, it's on by itself. And also it's a rechargeable circuit. It charges itself. It is recycling itself. And power fails, it give out the one it have, and then charge again when the power is being restored. That's how all of them works.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
What class are you?
I'm in SS3.
SS3. Yes. What school?
Government Technical College in electronic section.
My name is from Ebonyi State.
What class are you?
I'm in SS2.
SS2.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about your project.
Okay, the name of my project is the grain dryer. My aim for producing this grain is due to the situation of farmers in my state, rice producers. I don't like the idea of farmers spreading their rice on the floor. After it, birds and other things will be contaminating it with their drops, causing health hazard to consumers. That's why I produced this project, to eliminate the process of spreading on the floor and to make our rice neater and cleaner, so that it will be good for consumers' health. The grain dryer possesses halogen bulbs. It also possesses heater. Look at the heaters here. It possesses halogen bulbs. 2 of them functions as heater. If you want us to demonstrate, I can bring electricity. Let us try it. So it possesses this heater, and these pans serves as containers for the grains. If you put the thing on, everything here will start drying because it produces a lot of heat. to substitute that method that the sunlight usually used to dry. That's why I used this heater. So, and this fan, the reason for installing this fan is to evaporate the moistures of the rice and to circulate the heat in the grain dryer easy, so that for easy drying, because air is one of the things that facilitate drying in every place. So that's my reason. And I have so many components that I use to produce this. This is an aluminium pan. I use plywood. The reason why I produce it this way is for it to be affordable by farmers. Well, there's a way we produce it. Farmers will find it difficult to buy. I just spent little money to produce this.
Like how much did it cost you to produce it?
4,500 for affordability of the farmers.
How many bags of rice can this dry in a day?
Okay, it can dry 10 tons of rice a day. This is
10 tons
of rice a day. This is a prototype of the kind of thing we want to produce. And we also have a solar panel. This solar panel serves when there is no frequent electricity. You can use it to charge your battery here, and your battery can power it when there is charges in the battery. And it also uses electricity. It has 3 heat suppliers. Is the, as I mentioned above, the heater, the bulbs, and the halogen. So all these things serves to uphold the purpose of producing this grain dryer.
How much will the actual equipment cost? The one that can dry up to 10 tons in a day?
Okay, the equipment will cost not less than 10,000 naira.
You mean with 10,000 naira you can get a dryer that can dry up to 10 tons in a day?
Yes, 10,000 naira, you can get it. You are not only doing it, you are doing it for the poor masses that doesn't have any money to purchase higher cost ones, because Nigeria have not gotten a nice dryer, an effective dryer, apart from the one imported from overseas by big industries. So we want to produce it in this local level so that it can be affordable by any class of farmer, so that farming will be an encouraged thing in our society.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Israel. How old are you?
I'm 15 years.
What's the name of your school?
The name of my school is Future Leaders Educational Center, Bayelsa State. The title of this project is Olobiri the Goose. Olobiri the Goose is the name of the community, which is located at the Brass Central West District in Oguya local government of Bayelsa State, which Mr. President is privileged to hail from. As my artwork describes, I'm trying to showcase, I'm trying to depict, to show the viewers and the Nigerian nation that Olobiri the Goose, where they found oil the first in commercial quantity in 1956, has a affordable accommodation in housing. And as you can see, the environment, it's a standard environment that helps in living. So here in perspective view, you can see the house closer to me in the diagram is bigger and the one afar are very small. That is the perspective view, the type which is called area perspective view, which the trees that is at the vanishing point are very small. You cannot see the color again because of the affection of the light. And then we come to the river part of it. As you can see, the river does not have the color, it's not colorless. It looks like blue because of the reflection of the sky, the blue ray from the sky that affects the river. That is why it's like this. Then, and also, let me come to talk of the material I used. I used first of all a ceiling board. I cut it according to my size, the size I want, draw an imaginary line, then start drawing my picture with the pencil, and then adding adhesive, white top bond, then apply my matching stick to build it up to bring the reality of the artwork, which is known as two-dimensional art. And then, as you can see the village, you see the green grasses that helps in breathing, as they said, to bring out the beauty of the surrounding. And then these houses are affordable. Let me come to the houses aspect of it. These houses are affordable in the sense that the villagers can go back of the village, cut trees and replant them and use for thatched houses. then dig the ground to bring out mud, then cut bamboo tree and build their house themselves. It is affordable. But when the government comes to look at it, Olobiri, the birthplace of oil industry, it's an historic town to the Nigerian nation, which is the oil and gas industry in Nigeria, which had made Nigeria to be the limelight dollar state, petrodollar state in the world. And then we are calling on to we are calling the Nigerian nation, they should come and check it out for seeing, as I displayed here. It is not well developed, but it is developed. So I want the Nigerian nation to come and help us to make it an developed place. That is why I came out with this action. Thank you.
Now we are going to be getting the reaction from some of the organizers of this event, and you will be hearing from them what they think about the event, what could be done, and what, of course, Nigeria as a nation should do to reposition herself economically, technologically, and scientifically.
My name is Tayo Daramola, Assistant Director Marketing, NT International in Abuja. Incidentally, I was part of organizing this expo for 2 years when I was in ETV myself. I'm happy, it gladdens my heart that the expo is still on. But I'm also not so happy that we are still at this level with the kind of innovations and creative energy that these young people have, and that is being channeled by NTA and exposed by NTA. I expect that the public and private sectors should have taken up some of these projects and taken it to higher heights, even if not at commercial value yet. So I may seize this opportunity to make an appeal again to people who can afford it. I wish I could pick up some of these projects, do more research into it, make it bigger and of benefit to our communities. Hopefully this will be the year when someone will do something positive and for the future, so that these children don't become monsters in our hands.
Okay, we always call it the largest gathering of Nigerian children, for friendship, for creativity, for ingenuity, and for arts and technological development.
So far so good. How would you assess the project?
6th in its edition in the series. How would I assess the project? Well, we're moving on. It can be better. Funds is a challenge. For some of the stations and some of the states, some of the general managers, I'm told, are not very cooperative. Well, it's not entirely their fault. It's difficult to get corporate organizations and even private individuals who should be in the forefront of encouraging these children. So funds is a challenge. Awareness, I think, is not, ultima yet. So we're working on getting as many people aware. Now, in the past, it would be an annual thing, so we start talking about it like 2-3 months before. Now we want to just dedicate the entire year, to creating awareness. So we're starting almost immediately to begin to plan for 2012 edition.
I've seen quite a number of projects that these teenagers, mostly the senior category, have on power generation, on agriculture, on sourcing raw materials from local content that are abundantly available naturally in Nigeria. But then they are limited by resources, knowledge, money, everything. And it's only multinationals, it's only international grants, people who can take this to higher levels, who are needed to make these children do even much more than they have done. This would be a win-win situation for everybody, for the children, for the nation, and for those who might want to invest in such projects. The cost of construction, for instance, is so high. But if we could source roofing sheets from palm kernels and power and have energy from potato or from water on a large scale, on a commercial level, all of this involves more research, more money. And I wish I had the money, I keep saying, so that these children are encouraged to do much more than this. There are millions of teenagers who want to do this kind of thing. And if we don't encourage them, the Englishman says, the idle hand is the devil's workshop. If they don't use these hands, these creative brains, for positive things like this, they'll be forced to go into drugs and crime, and we'll be developing monsters which we will not be able to cope with. And then we'll spend money we should have spent on such positive things for security. That's my submission.
Do you think corporate organizations in this country, do you think they invest? And if at all, do they invest enough in researches?
Can there ever be enough investment? Because if you invest, then you're looking for some kind of returns or benefits, and it really shouldn't be so, because we are used in this environment more to immediate, results, not long term. In developed countries, people have vision for long term, and that's how they are as developed as they are. And so I think some of the corporate organizations should be more children friendly and should just get it out of their minds that if they put money in a project for children today, they want to get the return, the benefits, all the exposure almost immediately. So if you ask me, they're not doing enough.
Okay.
I don't know why they're not doing enough. I don't know if it's our incapability of if we have not been able to convince them sufficiently enough to say yes, we want to put our money in the project such as this. I don't know where the fault lies.
Have you ever been given any opportunity to even present your project to these organizations? The reason I'm asking is essentially, I do not know if you belong to the school of thought, which seem to have discovered that the corporate organizations in Nigeria are more interested in entertainment rather than technological and core educational development.
Yes, I am very aware of that. And that's why almost everything now is just zeroing towards entertainment.
Yes.
It's just getting the reality shows, the talent shows, and the families together to dance and sing and all of that. But how deep is that? How far can that take us?
Can that, as it were, progress our economy?
Not exactly. So maybe policy now, because if you get a corporate organization, especially the foreign ones, who are eating, from the resources of this nation, and you have a policy that is clear-cut to say a certain percentage of what you get, annually is plunged back into ABC sector, maybe that would help.
From what we've been able to show you today, I'm sure you will agree with me that, of course, we should be on the right track only when we begin to finance projects like we've seen some of these young lads show you. the very moment you begin to invest in research works, of course, Nigeria will be better for it. You also must have seen us scroll on the screen what we intend to do, and that is talking about mobilizing for television sets, which we intend to distribute to secondary schools. And the entire idea, like I keep saying, is to encourage these young lads from the early stages in life to look up to the practicing professionals who are doing very well that we feature on this show on a weekly basis, to aspire to be like them, to know that you do not just have to be a singer or a dancer or a rapper or an actor or an actress to make it in life. Neither must you be an engineer, a medical doctor, an accountant, or a lawyer. There are so very many professions that you can take onto. And that's what we seek to achieve with this program. Look at the various professionals, pick an interest, have passion for any of them, and I can assure you, you will leave school graduating as a proud practitioner in the particular field of study you probably would have taken on. Once again, I appeal to the corporate Nigeria. I appeal to the government of the day. Let our investment go in the right direction. Let us work towards uplifting the economic development of this country purely based on a solid foundation where we can say that yes, our economy is self-sustaining, and not on borrowed technologies that eventually might fade away. Because what essentially happens is that we borrow a technology, it fizzles out, we begin to search for a new one without actually seeking to develop ours. Nigeria is indeed blessed with talent. We are blessed with natural resources. It's just for us to put into place a proper management mechanism that will have us focus in the right direction, and in the end be all proud to say we are Nigerians, the country called the giant of Africa. Till next week when I come your way, I remain Martin Subu saying, stay blessed, and I'll see you.